Hello everyone and welcome to Astrodesign. This video is going to talk about the general forecast for February. Because it is a general forecast, it won't be appropriate or fit to your individual map and your individual life. For that, I need to check a lot of details from your birth date. So if you want to know something that is more accurate to your life, please free to contact me. A few words about the upcoming February month. It is going to be a very interesting, powerful, intense month, but not in a bad and negative context. The fog and confusion that many of us had in January fades away. Our goals and aspirations will stand before our eyes and we will do everything to achieve them. It is important to remember that we are not alone, and by our strong urge to achieve something, we won't accidentally trump other people along the way. Throughout the months, we have Mars conjunct Venus and add a positive aspect to Uranus, and therefore it's going to bring us lots of stability and the ability to adapt and to be more active towards the realization of our desires with a strong focus towards a better future. For the first 3 weeks, we have challenges with our ego and frustration from authority figures such as bosses or rulers. But already towards the 20th of the month, we have a relief and feelings of happiness and joy that will accompany us and contribute to our progress, provided we can learn from the past and listen to each other. So let's dig in. The first week is going to be between the dates 2nd of February until the 6th. Sun is close to Saturn and both are at the challenging aspect to Uranus. Sun is the rulers and figures of authority and Saturn is the laws, past, karma. And when Sun together with its enemy, Saturn, it indicates hard and limiting karma that repeats itself. Frustration because nothing changes for the better and limitation on our nature. Along with strong impulses on the part of Uranus to change the existing and do whatever it takes to achieve change, something new and something that we perceive as better. So rebellion, innovation, chaos, demonstrations, and war against governments and those who try to control our freedom will continue. Mercury's regression period only heats up all the wheels in its negative pen because our thinking and our thought processes are not balanced nor logic, and this leads to communication and comprehensive problems. And when there is no communication, there is usually more physical violence. Because we have inability to reach an equal valley and solve problems in a more harmonious and humane way. Too much primal and reactive energies without restraining abilities on our ego. At the same time, the past and karma, whether through institutional control or laws that will intensify their attempts to control us, will return to our lives and force us to lower our ego's desires for freedom and innovation. Mercury conjunct Pluto and creates vague communication through media that strongly influence political pen and the laws. Every word can go out of proportion and be a tool for incitement. Venus came out of the retreat period she had and conjunct Mars in Capricorn as well. While our egos are at war with the old, with the government, the laws and karma, issues of money, love and passion receive impetus and energy for action from Mars, and also create an emphasis on our desire to do something in order to change these issues for the better. It's time for new and spontaneous hit-ups in the field of love through your work environment and career. Dating via your business or making new connections between opposite sex. And advancement in the economic pen, especially for those who are employees. If you have previously requested promotion, more authority at your job, and in return more money, and not received it before, it is the time to apply again. But do not be surprised that in return, you will have to sacrifice something. Combination of Venus and Mars brings a lot of passion. And in the sign of Capricorn, it is passion for progress in life, career, doing something for our achievements, for our goals, for the future. It is time to ask yourself if your career is contributing to your progress in life. Have you learned from your past and can you move on without repeating the same mistakes? Besides that, inflation and economic issues are getting a little bit more stable and thus better. We have now many planets in the sign of Capricorn, indicating problems with governments and politics around the world. Transformation in control and ambitions to achieve goals in every way possible. Let's move on to the second week that is going to happen between the 7th of February until the 12th. Sun is still close to Saturn, and our frustration with the governments and control over us continues this week as well. But Sun gradually moves away from the problematic aspect it had with Uranus, and this will release within us the rebellion side and chaotic impulses, so that we are moving in a better and more peaceful direction. Either way, violent and demonstrations are more harmful than effective. So it's never get its results without a lot of sacrifice. Mercury is at the end of its regression period, but it enters its post-shadow of the regression period, and still things are not as they used to, okay? But now we have an opportunity to start very slowly and carefully dealing with the issues we researched during the retreat period, or issues that we had glitches and problems with during the previous months. Venus is still close to Mars and gives us the opportunity to start relationships slowly, to give a chance and work towards long-term relationships. Love issues are very serious right now, and will not compromise on something temporary. There is a search for sexuality based on emotional and mutual success. The conjunction between Venus and Mars in Capricorn puts an emphasis on relationship based on mutual commitment, mutual success with people that are older than us, and people that do not afraid to take commitment. In addition, this aspect contributes to the passion, inner need, and expression for order and basis, okay, and security. It can be expressed in the urge to revolutionize laws if they do not contribute us and our achievements in life. As well, this conjunction receives a harmonious aspect to Uranus this week as well. So innovation, originality, and a positive combination to our energy levels and our inner desires. Lots of charisma and ability to improve existing relationships. Besides that, a lot of truth is going to come to fruition through media regarding government worldwide, which will enlighten our eyes and push us to make changes for the better. The third week is going to be between the dates 13th of February until the 17th. This week, we still have Sun conjunct Saturn, but it's far from problems with Uranus. Sun helps us understand the limitations that exist in our lives, and it can help us understand what can be overcome and what we should accept as it is. Especially since it is a very karmic place. Aquarius is a karmic sign, which brings to our lives restrictions and lessons based on our past. The area where you feel frustrated right now, that's where you need to focus on first to understand why, and gain insights on how to overcome it if it's possible. Many people avoid exploring their own limitations. They don't understand what is holding them back from being happy in life, which creates recurring patterns and events or people with the same base returning to their lives. During this period, we have Mercury conjunct Pluto, which gives a lot of investigations, powers, and abilities. And we have now the opportunity to understand our thoughts process so that we can perform a transformation in them for the better. So if you want to do it, the universe allows. Without these investigations and insights, we are not able to change our lives for the better. Anyone who will oppose these changes and does not want to understand their base will continue to be frustrated from everything that happens around him. In addition, any period during which there is conjunction between the Sun and Saturn, it brings to our lives a lot of hard work and even overload in our work environment. And many times this work is very unrewarding. The bosses can bring down multiple tasks and responsibilities that isn't even part of your job. Because Mercury has come back to itself, we have the opportunity now to talk about these difficulties and reach an agreement in our workplace. If, of course, you are not ashamed or afraid to lose your job or another poor excuse to do so, you can improve right now your working conditions if you have the guts for it. And even if you get fired because you talked about your difficulties at your workspace, is going to be for the better, as everything in our life. Because there is nothing like a shock to understand in what dark hole you were in before. Beyond that, Venus is still conjunct Mars, and both are a positive aspect to Uranus, so this continues from the previous weeks. Love and passion, along with economic balance, are still part of our planetary cosmic atmosphere. The fourth week is going to occur between the 18th until the 23rd of February. Sun shifts sign from Aquarius to Pisces, and will get closer to the most benefic planet of all, to Jupiter. But right now it's without any significant aspects to any other planets. So it will benefit our ego to be more relaxed from all the chaotic impulses it had experienced before. It also can emphasize the need for reflection, and disengagement from the ego and selfish desires. Besides that, Mercury had moved to Aquarius and is moving away from Pluto, which can lower the intensity and seriousness of our communication. Innovation return to us, and thoughts are focused on change, originality in technologies, and social improvement in social norms. Saturn too is finally moving away from his conflict with Uranus, which will positively affect the economy and could lead to calm in terms of demonstration and violent problems that were before with the security forces and government. In addition, there will be an improvement in the employment. More people will begin to return to work and be more stable, both in their demands and their efforts in the employment frameworks. So it's a great time to look for a job for those who want it. A very good time for new beginnings in business and technology. The fifth week is going to occur between the 25th of February until the 1st of March. Sun finally conjunct Jupiter, and it expands our heart and raises empathy, hope, happiness, support, joyfulness, a great feeling of well-being and luck, opportunity for growth, personal, professional, and spiritual. Even the rulers will stop making trouble and contribute to the public with this influence. The emphasized empathy and acceptance of others' differences is on the rise as well. This will help to stop the ego and control wars that were before. Fantastic combinations that does not happen often. At the same time, we have the inseparable conjunction this month between Venus and Mars that are coming very, very close to Pluto. It is a combination that can lead to two directions. The positive one is transformation as a result of creativity and heartfelt desire. On the negative side, though, it can bring up power and control issues in the area where you have Capricorn in the map, and between brothers and in relationships as well. This can be a problematic combination in the pen of usage of weapons in order to gain more control and money. When Mars conjunct Pluto, it can lead to toughness and cruelty via urge for control over the attainment of selfish goals. The feeling is that nothing will stand in the way of our desires. Attempts to control impulses to achieve goals can lead to odd bursts of rage. The only way to deal with this intense energy is through creativity, lofty goals, and sexuality. This is a better time for independent work than teamwork. The amount of energy is enormous and very, very intense. We have a very positive opportunity to do a lot of good things with this aspect that will lead to positive transformation in the realization of our goals right now or in the future. So there is a lot of energy of perseverance and willpower this week. Use it to promote and support the week, and you will get a winning collaboration. We are never alone in this universe, and we need to contribute to each other, and it will lead to a greater shared success for all the participants. I hope you liked my video. Please subscribe and put a thumbs up. Until the next one, I wish you all good health and take care. Bye-bye.